Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bragaton. Let's check out this burning world now that we have the upgraded auger. Another burning world. This time the fires comes from within the planet. The perpetual volcanic activity creating powerful cyclones of gases, ash clouds, and soot. Now that you know what to look for, the augers easily locate traces of the mysterious underground constructions. So I have to use my main character instead of Pascal. Send sacred machines to explore the peculiar constructions. The operation is difficult but proceeds without a hitch. The machines make way to the unusual constructions and return carrying priceless samples. Seemingly uninteresting, these plates and weaves of heat-resistant material cause great excitement among the tech priests. Ceramite plating. The explorers are convinced you are holding the artifacts of a unique, ancient Xeno-civilization the crew is now calling the Builders from the Flame. These creatures were accustomed to the incredibly high temperatures of the burning worlds. They may have been a silicon-based life form or even sentient colonies of bacteria. More evidence is required if the research is to continue. Cool. I remember doing that in my first playthrough. One of the more influential patrons of the Expanse has learned a dirty secret about the Von Vlancis dynasty that is now blackmailing the Rogue Trader. So we could pay him, but get 2 profit factor. No, that's what's required. Do not give in to the demands. Soon the Expanse is shaken by scandalous evidence proving that Lady Theodora plundered ships and colonies belonging to her rivals. The dynasty's reputation has been sullied. Who cares? Might just do Cemetery of the Faithful, just to knock this out. Oh no, one of the Hollowed Railway, that's right. Studying mechanisms. Well, either way for now. We're gonna head back to Footfall. We've read this before, so order to change course. So speak to Opticon 22, double check our quest log, see if there's anything else we need to do at Footfall. Then we'll go and try and make our way back to the Imperium.
I always have a backup plan. I will exterminate every last one of you.
Run first! Shadow bone! Climb skulls!
This tedium is beneath me. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. I understand your intent.
As the tenets demand. The shadows will see it done. I shall not fail.
Alright. On to the next.
But of course, Lord Captain.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Indeed. Victory is imminent. I will do my duty. An exemplary strike.
I could get him, buddy. Oh, good job, Glado.
Clarify your order. The order is clear. On it. I'll make it happen.
If I must. If it serves your cause, another soul slips beyond the veil.
Aim for the heart next time.
Gosh, she has so much movement. So not enough to get all the way over there. Try as she might.
Carnage incarnate! Slaughter awaits!
The Inquisition sends their regards.
You.
I won't object to it.
Just a minor setback. Follow my lead.
Another scar for my collection.
I don't know if he can reach him or not. He might. Perfect, buddy. It's not a line of sight on that guy.
High momentum.
I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me?
Just designate a target. Pay with your blood in the name of Ammaricar!
Wrath is limitless! Carnage incarnate!
Good job, team.
Is there money to be made?
It's another boarding action thwarted. Shireen, you found a spearmint on a footfall when you're not deciding our lackluster fates. I'd be delighted to see you at my Ammaricar and the Amasecus. I'll tell Octi to set aside some decent wine in case you decide to grace our humble party with the luminous presence. Ammaricar. Is that some kind of celebration? It is an occasion celebrated on my world, Ifrit. It is the day when a person shows by their actions that they have reached maturity, that their spirit is ennobled. Among the Ifritian nobility, this day is considered more important than other symbolic events, such as the first cry or the day of repose. By a wonderful coincidence, my Ammaricar happens to fall on the day when I also wish to celebrate my acquisition of the Mercatum Tabula Officiale. What kind of people will be at this party? Smugglers and thieves? Only my nearest and dearest are invited. People whose visage makes my heart sing, my eyes glisten, and my lips bloom with praises for the Exalted One. That's not to say that you won't encounter thieves or smugglers among them. They make up the majority, in fact. It'd be my pleasure to attend your party. The lowly regulars of the Amasecus will be telling their great-grandchildren about the time they had the honor of witnessing your dazzling visit to that unworthy dive, Shireen. That is, of course, if they live long enough to see their great-grandchildren. Of course, it'll put us straight there. Still need to talk to Opticon 22.
Keep your wits about you.
You heard about Sargona. The arbitrators got to him. Let's straight to that bastard resting in... Hey, I was reading that. Let's straight to that bastard resting in the Void's cold embrace. I'm not raising a toast to Sargona. He was a scumbag robbing his own and selling him to the Xenos' meat. I'm not claiming otherwise, but it was the lawman who handled him. They expected me to drain a glass for their victory instead. Usually spot Jai and the group crowded around the table. The extravagant luxury of her attire and her gleaming augments set her apart from the rest. Seeing you, she exclaims, "But the gravitational wells in your worlds never lack for grip, as my heart never lacks for joy at the sight of rogue trader Von Valancius." With an approving chuckle, Octaviana mutters, "I can't believe it. You actually roped the rogue trader into coming to your party. If the rogue trader raises a toast to your health, I'll start to believe you really are a princess, and not just a smuggler with the gift of the gab. Please take a seat, your lordship." Observe the assembled group. Jai's friends look exactly as you would expect, like hardened operators of the cold trade, arrayed in the forbidding but glitzy style common to those who like to skirt the limits of the law. One pair in particular catches your eye. A young man and woman, twins it seems, identical yet distinct from each other. The man has a lively face and a crazed look in his eye, while the woman is cold and calm, and seems slightly drowsy. Octaviana smiles cordially and readily tops up the glasses on the table, playing the role of the consummate host. "How's your party going?" We have been laughing and celebrating life, Shireen, as true friends do. But until your arrival, we're but stars in a moonless sky, merely heralding your coming. Now we are happy. Join the group. I'll gladly accept your offer. Octaviana draws out a bottle from under the table. The glass is as thick as your finger, and it is covered in wax seals. With no exaggeration, this is the finest Amasec that has ever graced this bar. Jai personally acquired it, as she says, for a special occasion. It seems that you are the special occasion, your lordship. The crowd around the table falls silent, exchanging awkward looks. But it appears they are unaccustomed to drinking in the presence of lofty individuals such as you. Look at the other people around the table. So these are your associates. The precious roses in the garden of my soul, and the golden little bees that bring honeyed riches to my treasure house. Yes, this is my crew of cold traders. The two identical ones are the trickster twins, my closest associates. Tor, our resident hothead, and his much wiser sister Tora. Don't let her fool you, your lordship. She's only calling me a precious rose because you're here. When it's just us, I'm lucky if I get that jerk with the gun. Porchuk was good-naturedly. Because you're the jerk with the gun. If I dragged you out of as many scrapes as Jai has, that's not the name I'd be using for you. I can tell you that much. Poor sister rolls her eyes. Pay no attention to him, your lordship. Of course, nobody to blame but himself for that nickname. Octaviana, you and Jai are friends. Octaviana offers you an arch smile. Friends. She's my worst enemy. Vengeful spirit of retribution sent to punish me for my youthful transgressions. Mistress Hydari has a special gift for knocking me off balance and dragging me into difficulty. I would have barred her from the Amasecus long ago, but for her habit of tossing money around like confetti, and of paying triple for anything she breaks. Do you see, Shireen? You think the pretty, miserly, callous, unforgiving friends of the Exalted One has sent me. What were you talking about before I arrived? Business. My dear Tora, whose mind never strays from the chilly peaks of the mountains of money she's made, was telling me the latest cold trade news. Exciting times are upon us. We're not the only ones being tested for weak spots. The name's set on putting the Requisitors out of business, and it looks like he's got Mercy's blessing to do it. The big beasts are picking off the small ones. I think things are only going to get more interesting from here on out. That means it's time for us to step up and become major players, eh? Cora winks at Jai. I know a couple of Chegnars from the can't say that easily. Ultra-Requisitors. They dry as you like. We could tell them to cool their heels with us, and they'll be more willing at the other altars. We could take on Falco, even blow Vladame out of the airlock too. Cora, my sweet. Before you go chewing Feiseline with the Chegnars, you need to clear the altar and hide the pulses. If Vladame's playing all the lines, he won't touch me. I don't want to shift the risk onto you. There's chatter about the commission. The conversation quickly turns into an impenetrable mishmash of terms from the secret argot of cold traders. The man who has just approached the table is hideous by anyone's standards. A repulsive face, greasy hair, and bulging veins at his temples. His attempt at an amiable smile is so transparently false and off-putting, your fingers itch to reach for your weapon. With a surprised look askance at you, he says, Mistress Hydari, I'm going to wish you a happy Ammaricar. Master Mercy cannot let such an occasion go unmarked. He sends his warm wishes and a gift. Mercy's gift. While in combat, whoever this cloak gains plus 15 to fellowship whenever there are no enemies in a 4-cell radius. Oh Falco, I am much obliged, and touched by your presence. May the fire in your hearth burn forever bright and hot, by the stars of the Grimnor system. Tell Mercy that this show of his precious attention toward my humble self brought dew to my eyes and a song to my heart. Whisper to Octaviana. Isn't Falco the one who stole Jai's cargo? The very same, you greasy piece of Grok's crap. Octaviana says, wearing the sweetest, most amiable smile one could imagine. But the stars of the Grimnor system all died around 100,000 years ago, and the systems around them are a true breeding ground of death. Is it customary in the Casbalica to attend the parties of people you have tried to ruin? After you got involved in their turf war, they all decided that a peaceful resolution would be for the best. This here is a symbolic confirmation of the ceasefire. Who is this Mercy? It's a big mysterious figure in the mission. Casbalicus put him here to keep a handle on things, to make sure the interests of the senior partners aren't forgotten. If anyone does become a bit forgetful, Mercy comes along, somebody dies, everyone else panics and empties their pockets. Falco and Mercy aren't officially connected. Falco's just another prosperous mission agent like Jai and other people. But Falco's happy to do Mercy's dirty work for him, and that's why he gets preferential treatment. Where's your present for Jai, Falco? The smuggler stares at you unblinkingly with his pale eyes, saying nothing. Then he rearranges his mouth into a smile remarkable in its hideousness. Of course, your lordship. And this gift is from me personally, Mistress Hydari. Exotic Venom Blade. Oh, never mind. I need to read that. As Falco turns away from the table, you see a snarl of feral hatred twist his already repulsive features. Even foes are bowing down before Jai Haidari. That is something worth celebrating. What better way to celebrate than with a game? With stakes, naturally. Today is my Ammaricar, and that's what I want. Jai draws a stack of carved plasteel tiles from her pocket. They're decorated with symbols and fine mag lines. Holding the tiles in one hand and raising her glass with another, Jai asks, "What do you think, Shireen? Does the Rogue Trader have anything he's willing to wager?" You recognize the tiles in Jai's hand. It is a set for Tan Tulo, or Tolo, a game popular among gamblers. Each player is dealt several tiles which can be arranged into a pattern of specific value by carefully matching up the mag lines. Whoever has the highest value wins. Woodsmen love playing Tan Tolo, which is usually won by luck or skill. I do not know the rules. It's easy. Every player is dealt a few tiles. The tiles are connected by mag lines, and there are lots of possible combinations. You arrange the tiles in a design that has a particular value. Whoever has the highest value wins. Talking a mile a minute about the rules and tile combinations, Jai deftly shuffles a stack of tiles. Raise your goblet and salute. I shall play. Watch out for his lordship, lads. He was awfully quick to agree just now. I have a sneaking suspicion about how the Rogue Trader acquired all his countless riches. But I'll warn you now, playing for money is considered wrong on Ifrit, because gaming is tempting fate. So instead, we're going to play for wishes. A pile of tiles is placed in front of you, and the other players. Look at your hand. Try not to stare at your tiles too gormlessly, but you cannot work out if you have a decent hand or a terrible one. Glancing at her tiles and grinning, Jai declares resolutely, "I'm going to show my hand. The Exalted One loves me today." And if one doesn't show one's hand, what then? And you have a chance to bow out of the game without losing. You can only do that before someone announces they're going to show their hand. I'm going to show my hand as well. Chuckling, Jai tosses her tiles onto the table. Her hand is significantly better than yours or anyone else's. And for my wish, I want everyone to drink to my good fortune. It's already granted me a gift fit for a queen. I'm talking about you, Shireen. May fortune continue to smile upon me. Everyone at the table eagerly raises their glasses. You join in before you even are aware you have done so. A new stack of tiles is already waiting for you on the table. You realize that moments have skipped past without your knowing. It seems the Amasec is somewhat stronger than you thought. Look at your new hand. The pictures on the tiles are spinning slightly, arranging themselves into good patterns and then offensive phrases. When you look up, you see that everyone else apart from Jai has already tossed their tiles onto the table in disappointment. It's just us two left, Shireen. I'm going to show my hand. Lay out your tiles. Read them and weep. The sight of your hand sets everyone at the table into a flare of excitement, but then the chatter turns to a roar of triumph. Jai's hand is the most valuable in the game. I win again. What should I wish of you, Shireen? Riches, obviously. Money is fickle, Shireen. It's in its nature. Money is created to be passed from one set of hands to another. I'd rather be friends with you. My wish is that we will always be good friends, your lordship. Tiles are dispersed around the table, forming piles in front of each player. You suddenly feel your body grow heavy. The treacherous Amasec is slowly robbing you of your clarity of thought and dexterity. Jai, you wouldn't be cheating by any chance. How could you even suggest such a thing, Shireen? Has Jai Haidari really fallen so low that someone could think me capable of deceit? Jai brings her hand to her chest in a tragic gesture, the approving guffaws of her associates. Look at your tiles. Your hand is not especially good or bad. It's the kind of hand played only by someone desperate who has nothing left to bet. Before anyone says they're showing their hand, I'm announcing a condition, seeing as it's my Ammaricar today. The only stake I'll play for is a dance. Try to cheat. Try to carefully move an unclaimed tile toward you on the table, but you do it so clumsily that you immediately find yourself in the sights of several outraged smugglers. You pretend that you are simply reaching for your goblet. but you do not kid yourself that anyone is taken in by your act. I show your hand. I'll play. Glancing at your hand, Jai discards her own tiles face down. Mine are worse. Looks like you've won, Shireen. I'll be delighted to grant you a wish. The light plays on Jai's dark skin and glints off the silver augmetic on her throat. Moving with the grace of a sand snake, she holds your gaze and smiles mischievously. Her dark curls fall across her face. You see the saucy glint in her eyes through her alluring curtain of hair. This dance is called the Dance of the Captive Ravanian Girl. When the governor of Ifrit, Selimkhan the Bright, crushed the Ravanian rebellion, the daughter of the rebel leader was brought to him, the beautiful Nyana. She danced for him, telling him of the struggle of her proud people, and then snatched a weapon from a guard's hands and aimed it at Selimkhan. But the spark of love that had kindled between them that day stopped the Faisaline from igniting in the cartridge, and both Nyana and Selimkhan lived through that day, and then many more days, which they spent together. Let us drink to the Lady of the Hour, Jai Haidari. The assembled group bursts into approving cheers, and the bar fills with the sound of clinking glasses. The Amasec tastes exorbitantly expensive, sweeping you into a kaleidoscope of flavors. Heart floral bitterness, honeyed sweetness, and then other, far more refined sensations that are nameless, owing to the small number who can afford to experience them. Bravo, Octi. This Amasec will do me very well indeed. Jai's self-satisfied reply elicits general laughter, and the tension at the table seems to loosen slightly. That is enough betting for me. My luck is very fickle today. Unlike Amasec, you can always trust Amasec. It always lies. Smiling sweetly, Jai presses your goblet into your hand. Her skin seems to glow from within, and the sparks of laughter in her eyes dance like flames. The Amasec's deceit. May the deceived not live to regret it. Fog swallows your mind in appealing ideas of other ways you could amuse yourself at this party. Surrendering to the maelstrom of chaotic thoughts, you let the all-pervading merriment determine your fate. Thoughts tumble violently inside your head, periodically ricocheting off the inside of your skull, triggering bursts of piercing pain. Your tongue feels desiccated and shriveled in your mouth, and it scrapes painfully against your teeth. Light is the enemy. Self-awareness returns unbidden, bringing with it an inexplicable sense of awkwardness. Your beleaguered body violently protests against the very idea of getting out of your soft bed. You're a soft sigh beside you. Looking over, you see dark hair fanned out across your pillow. Jai, who's cozied up next to you fast asleep, is fully dressed, just as you are. Or perhaps she's not asleep at all. Shireen, you certainly know how to have a good time. Try to remember the end of the party. You struggle to piece together your fragmented memories of last night's carousing. For some reason, you can clearly recall the ingratiating looks of the wardens as they try to persuade you to stop, the cries of the beggars to whom you gave an obscene amount of alms, and the stamping of the servitor that you rode around the station to Jai's unconcealed glee. How did the night end? I don't remember all of it. I think we shot at some people. Over their heads. Someone didn't offer us the required amount of respect. Then you said that flying a shuttle was easy, and that you would bet your warrant that you could get us to the ship. We also stripped a man and burned his clothes because the sight of them offended the Exalted One. I can still smell the singed fibers now. How did you end up in my chambers? Helped you get back to your quarters, and I couldn't find the door to get out again, and you graciously gave up 35% of your bed for me. Yes, I think that's the number our haggling ended on. You and I, we did not fall into bed together just to sleep, did we? Lapsing into quiet laughter, Jai replies gently, No, Shireen. Your conduct was entirely becoming of a rogue traitor. We need to make ourselves presentable. I'm sorry to say that you're right, Shireen. No matter how soft the bed or how pleasant the company, there's a line we must not cross. And I'm perilously close to doing exactly that by getting a couple of bottles of delicious medicine for our aching heads. Now, Architect Macro Battery. Short-range broadside macro cannons which fire 4 shots, dealing 27 damage per shot. That's an upgrade for the Stygies. It's only 84, the other one's 99. So we'll swap that out. Alright, so we didn't quite make it to the mall. We'll do that next time. So we'll try to head to the Imperium next time. For now, I'm going to call it here. And then after this, we'll figure out what we're going to do next. There's something here. Space combat awaits in this system, so I guess we'll go there for the... Oh, we have to help the Void Ship. I forgot all about that. Yeah, so we'll do that after this. It might be too late to save the Void Ship, but we'll try. I forgot we had to do that. I think we went right past it. Did it get to Trinitos? Well, no, we went to Telecos. That's right. Oh well. We'll get there, and eventually. But either way, for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.